Welcome back to another Habs Nation video. Today we talk about Kapanen and Owen Beck. Following by the preview game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Watch until to the end of this video. A shocking projection from Coach Frenchie. Here we go. The last couple of days, a lot of people, Montreal Canadiens fans, talk about a fact, maybe a spot for Oliver Kapanen and Owen Beck for the upcoming season. So what I did, guys, after a hot conversation last night during my live stream, how Kapanen or Beck can make the team for the Montreal Canadiens, and the reason why I believe this is not going to happening. At least something need to be changed. First of all, Martin St-Louis said, I was said early on, you are really focusing on the youth and see where the guys are at. If they are ready and maybe seeing things they need to work on to get to the next step in their career. Then he had early on the veterans. They just want to get some reps. They are not as excited to play an exhibition game as a young guy. What happening, guys? The reality is the real work has not begun. Finally, another thing I want to add is they are not consequently NHL game, and this is not NHL competition, and making development decision based on what you are seeing in this two first game. It's not an intelligent way of going about things. If you look about Oliver Kapanen and Owen Beck, they are really similar. First of all, they are right shooter. They are two-way center. Both win face-off very well. And both of them have point. Game number 1, Kapanen 2 points, Beck 1 point during game number 2. Martin St-Louis, the reason why he talked that way. If you compare to Christian Dvorak and Jake Evans, you already know what they look like in NHL. It's called the Data Bank NHL. You see what they are saying they play with the Montreal Canadiens in the last couple of years. I feel like Kapanen is going to start his season in Timra and Beck possible with Laval. It makes sense when you think about this, because for the development and progression, they're going to get more TOI with their team, with their role, and the power play and the PK. Someone bring to me the fact like a couple years ago, Montreal Canadiens keep Kotkaniemi. Remember, it was draft 3rd overall pick by the Montreal Canadiens. Jesperi Kotkaniemi and the Montreal Canadiens, they don't have any centers. Kotkaniemi was only 18 years old, and they realized after a couple of years it was a mistake. Montreal Canadiens with Dvorak, Evans, Doc, Suzuki, and possible Alex Newhook, they have center. It's not rush. Bring Kapanen and Beck inside of the roster for the Montreal Canadiens right away. They can wait. And unfortunately, not all the NHL decisions are necessary merit-based. Asset management come into play, especially when the Canadiens are nowhere near a finished product. Evans and Dvorak are in the final season of their contract. Putting one of them on waiver to make room for Kapanen or Beck does not make a lot of sense either, unless one of them forces the Canadian ends. That's the only way Kapanen or Beck can say if they really have great exhibition game in the next 4 games for the Montreal Canadiens. Remember, last year, Joel Armia on the waiver and sent down with the Laval Wildcats. And it was probably the right things when you think about Armia, a contract at $3.4 million, and did very good in the last couple of years with the Montreal Canadiens. He bounced back very well during the season 2023-2024. If you put Jake Evans, definitely I believe he's going to be claimed in NHL. And then Christian Dvorak, problem is not about to put him in Laval, maybe not because he's going to be claimed other team in NHL. The problem is Montreal Canadiens, if you remove Dvorak and you put Kapanen or Beck, but Evans, Suzuki, Kirby Doc, and all of them are right shooter, and you don't have only Newhook as a center, as a left shooter. This could be a problem at some point with the Montreal Canadiens. This is something Martin St-Louis does not want to have, I believe, for the upcoming season yet, because at the end of the day, Montreal Canadiens want to be in the mix of the playoffs. You have another case. Michael Pesera is a 13 forward. Pesera show up every day. Pesera gave everything every second game. Pessoa accept his role as held to scratch. Pessoa have a contract below $1 million. Pessoa compared to Kapanen and Beck is a winger and physical, and he brings something Kapanen Beck cannot do. On the flip side, Beck and Kapanen need to be on the ice with the Montreal Canadiens. You cannot help to scratch them, or you cannot put them only for 7, 8, 9 minutes per game. This is another reason I believe if we are at the end of the camp, this is another decision what the Montreal Canadiens have to think about. It's still early in the camp. Beck or Kapanen could push the management, but at the end, Ab pipeline, 2 solid center should be trained to make an impact for the Montreal Canadiens and the season 2025-2026. My resume on my first subject to you guys is, yes, it's fun to watching Kapanen, fun to watching Owen Beck. We have to be a little bit more patient and possible with decision with Christian Leverak and Jake Evans. Montreal Canadiens are going to maybe wait 1 more year and send down to Laval Owen Beck for Kapanen, but he will returning with a Team Timra and coming back for upcoming season 2025-2026. Yes, sometimes it's not fair. The contract, salary cap, its friend aspect, you cannot control and not base your decision only because of the merits of the players. Make sometimes a decision harder, but maybe not because the rewards of the players' performance at the training camp and NHL. Possible also, Montreal Canadiens decide if one of the forward have an injury before the end of training camp, keep Kapanen, let him play 7, 8, 9 games with the Montreal Canadiens, and take a decision later in the season 24-25 with the Montreal. That's another option. Montreal Canadiens return on the ice tonight again at Toronto Maple Leafs. This is the first game on the road, and they play in Toronto against the Leafs. We don't know yet the roster. We know when I record this video is really early in the morning. Wait for the roster from Montreal Canadiens. Same situation with Toronto Maple Leafs. We know Austin Matthews is a day-to-day. I don't know he's going to be a part of the roster for the Leafs tonight. And of course, Montreal and Toronto play Saturday night at the Bell Center. Game start at 7 o'clock. And of course, we do all the play-by-play of the Montreal Canadiens. Finally, guys, make a shocking projection for the Montreal Canadiens roster. What? Some people said, Coach, you change your opinion and everything like that. It's not like change opinion. Is I have to look what's going on in front of me and to be realistic. Sometimes I get excited. Sometimes I get hype. Sometimes I get I'm fired up about the Montreal Canadiens too much because I'm passionate and I love the team. But today I realize it's a time to give you a shocking projection of the future Montreal Canadiens. We talk a lot about Owen Beck and Kapanen in the last couple of days, like I mentioned to you. Montreal Canadiens, if they want to become a top 5 NHL team, I'm not talking about this season or the next season after or maybe the next 3 years. I'm talking about a little bit longer. I think Montreal Canadiens, if they want to be a top 5 NHL team, are you ready? Owen Beck and Kapanen are going to be a 4-line players. What? Yes. Why? Because Montreal Canadiens are going to have Nick Suzuki, Kirby Dach, and I feel like Michael Edge is better at Kapanen and Beck. And if they want to keep one of them as a center, they are going to be a 4-line for the Montreal Canadiens behind the 3 center I just mentioned to you. Then, if you look as a winger, Montreal Canadiens are going to have Caulfield, Sakaski, Dimitrov, Patrick Laine. Now, you can change the name of the first line, second line. It's not a big problem. But I feel like they are the 4 winger play top 6 for the Montreal Canadiens. On the third line, guys, New York still going to be third line for the Montreal Canadiens. And then the first draft pick of 2025. Why? Because I feel like that player is going to be maybe draft 7, 8, 9, 10, and maybe 11, 12. And those players usually, they are a player play on the second line, more like on the third line. This is the reason I put that player as a winger. That gave us, guys, where Beck and Kapanen. That's the reason I put them on the 4 line. And I'm going to give you another shocking projection. Are you ready? Only one of them are going to be a part of that team. One, the Montreal Canadiens are going to be a top 5 in NHL. What? I believe at some point they're going to trade Kapanen or Owen Beck. They are 2 similar players, and I think if the Montreal Canadiens want to go deep in the playoff we need to keep only one of them. And I don't tell you it's Kapanen or Beck. I just tell you my projection about Kapanen and Beck and the future with the Montreal Canadiens. That will be shocking one of you. I would love to hear from you below this video if you are agree or not with me. I have another projection, but I'm going to wait about a specific defenseman with the Montreal Canadiens. Today, we talk about the Owen Beck and Kapanen performance so far. Do you think the Montreal Canadiens are going to keep them or not? And the reason I believe they are possible, the Montreal Canadiens keep Jake Evans, Christian Dvorak over Kapanen and Beck, and both of them going to stop one in Laval and one with the team Timra. And finally, a preview game short about the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs in my shocking projection about Oliver Kapanen and Owen Beck. Thanks for watching another video of the Habs Nation. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the likes, and again, remember, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessed day, everybody.